Would you carry this axe?
The summer heat is here, and that means it's time to hit the movie theaters and cool off. And here to tell us all about some of the summer blockbuster movies is Chick Vique. And before we start, Vicky, I'm going to have him turn on the monitor because we can see what's going on here. Because this is the time to head to the movies, cool off a little bit. And you got some picks for us.
Oh my gosh, you know it's going to be a summer of remakes, reboots, and a couple of originals and some sequels too. But first up, guess what opens this weekend?
This is it.
Oh my God, talk about it. It's going to be a reboot and remake all together. This is a live action remake of the original How to Train Your Dragon. And everybody knows it's probably going to blow Lilo and Stitch out of the water. There's a lot of interest in this movie. I have actually already seen this one, and the audience is crazy about it. And I'm like, why do we need to make a remake of this? And you know what? It's for the kids from 15 years ago. They want to see live dragons, and they're going to get them in this movie. All new cast, obviously, except for Gerard Butler, who played the voice of the clan leader in the original, and now he's in this one. But, Brad, I see you got some cool toys on here.
Yeah, because they're making this a big blockbuster one, and this is the, this is Toothless. Oh, you see that?
Oh, my gosh.
This is Toothless. Are you ready for this? This is Toothless.
Oh.
And so it moves with my chin if I was smaller head. But there it goes.
So awesome.
And then they have this one here where he flies, and this is the Plasma Blast. And I don't think I filled it up because I was playing with it so much. But these are all available for the kids on Amazon, Target, different places. But they sent these over because, as you said, this is the big movie everyone's checking out, right?
This is the biggest one for kids this summer. There will be another one this summer, but nothing's going to top this. But moving on, for the adults, the bigger kids, we have 28 years later. And it's not quite 28 years, but the original was in 2002. But when Oppenheimer came out, everybody wanted it another sequel with Cillian Murphy, because he was, it kind of launched his career, the original, 20 days later. So now their fans are going to get their wishes, because even though they're trying to keep it on wraps, they're saying he is going to be in this movie. We just don't know what. So that's the big one, and that comes out on the 20th of June.
And really quick, I know the 28 years later, people have to realize this is pretty much the zombie movie.
It was the zombie movie. Well, the original came out in 2002, called 20 Days Later, and it was like this virus that wiped everything out in just a few days.
Yeah.
And the movie takes place just in those few days. So now here we are 28 years later to see how it has evolved. And it ought to be interesting.
Yeah.
Next up, though, for really big boys, F1. And this is being called Top Gun, but on a racetrack, and that's because you got the same writer-director from Top Gun. This time we have Brad Pitt playing the oldster, coming back to school the youngins on the racetrack. This is being talked about because of the racetrack shots. They got a lot of input from real drivers. They're all crazy about this movie. Personally, the trailer didn't do anything for me, but that's because I'm not into F1.
And
if I was, you probably are excited for it.
I can't wait for it. I'm going to watch it on actually IMAX screen, so it's going to be huge.
It is an IMAX movie for sure. And that'll come out on the 27th. A lot of anticipation for that movie.
Yeah.
Then up, we have, talk about another reboot, remake, whatever, Jurassic World Rebirth.
Yeah, this one's interesting.
Oh my God, the first one came out in 1993, Brad. Isn't that amazing that now we're having all this one later? So this is going to be the 8th movie in the franchise, and it picks up 5 years from the last movie, Jurassic World Dominion. But it's really a soft reboot because it's going to have a whole new cast, most notably Scarlett Johansson, and that's what all the talk is about, that we got this other big star, and big stars really, in this movie. Looks interesting. I kind of got bored with them after a while, but I am excited to see this one because it looks interesting, and it is going to be kind of a reboot of the whole franchise.
And I just going to throw a little Easter egg in there. Someone makes an appearance in there you don't realize, someone's husband.
Ooh, oh, smack. I wonder who that is.
I wonder it is, but it's kind of
Michael Shea's in this? Then, faster than a speeding bullet, we're going to have on July 11th, Superman. So talk about a reboot of completely. They want to see if James Gunn can do for the DC universe what he did for Marvel. And Marvel's kind of like powering down. So this is a perfect opportunity for the DC universe to come in there and snatch all those superhero fans. This time we have a whole new Clark Kent, Lois Lane, and Now they're going to have a super dog. And they are really rebooting the whole franchise because Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, a lot of different characters are going to be in this Superman movie to try to blast off the whole universe.
And I had a little controversy again, too, because this came from my son, but there's a lot of people, DC fans, who are a little upset with this when they were starting to do the casting and starting to create it and stuff, because they were like, oh, you're kind of like branching off from what Superman is into this new way.
This movie has undergone several changes when they've been showing it to audiences. They've made a lot of changes. So they want to get it right. They want to get it right.
And even the script and the director actually changed quite a bit, too. So it's interesting.
And then last but not least, on August 8th, we have this movie called Weapons that looks super, super scary, creepy. It's about 17 kids who all disappear at once that are all from the same classroom. And so now this whole town is freaked out about what's going on. It comes from Zach Kreger, who was behind 2002's very successful Barbarian movie, very scary. Look, I can't wait to see it, personally.
Well, there we go. Blockbuster movies.
Something for everyone.
Thanks to Flick Chick Vicky. Something for everyone. You can find more information about Vicky and the movies over on the CW7AZ.com, and also about the toys for the movie of this week.
How to Train Your Dragon.
All right, stick around. We got more mix after this.